Climate apocalypse is getting worse. We're down to grilling the last polar bear in the freezer for lunch here. It's miserable. Let's go to Amy, hopefully on high ground in Los Angeles, California. Amy, you're live on the Rush Limbaugh Show. Great to have you with us.
Hey, Mark. I think you're one of my favorite guest hosts.
Oh, well, all the others have been washed away. They're halfway to Antarctica by now, so I'm the only one left. I'm the only one holding the fort here, Amy.
You know, as you're talking about this, the same people who are bent out of shape on the potential impact of a potential fraction of a percentage of 1 degree change in 100 years are the same people who scoff at getting rid of waste, fraud, and abuse from all sorts of government budgets and spending and entitlements and other programs. I always say, we don't need to look at that. There's not enough in that, but of course there is. Yeah,
and that's because that's real. And they don't. You're right. They don't care about that. They don't. Oh, what are you worried? It's just a billion here, billion there. Why the hell are you bothering about that? And because that's real and doable in the here and now. But at the same time, they can micro-calibrate what the global thermostat can be set to in the year 2100. There's no these. It's a credibility issue, Amy, because if these people were to say, "Yeah, we can take the budget of the your local DMV office and calibrate it down to the nearest $5, you'd think, oh, that's pretty impressive. If they could take the Social Security budget and eliminate the fraud to within, say, a round $10 million, you would think, oh, well, maybe these are the fellas who can tell you what the planet's temperature is going to be in 83 years' time. But they don't want to be bothered with any kind of nickel and dime stuff like that when they've got the planet saving to do.
You're absolutely right. They're living in a fantasy world versus reality, and we have to deal with the reality and actual budgets and stuff. Yeah. Hey, can I throw in another question?
Yes, certainly.
So. And this is related because this climate deal is basically rich countries are paying poor countries to stay poor.
Right.
So the question is, why is there still a developing world? With all the technology we have, with all our advancements, why is there still a developing world?
Well, you're right that part of the answer to this is that Leonardo DiCaprio thinks he needs a big mansion and a private plane. But if you happen to be some goat herd in the middle of Africa, then your simple peasant life is just great for you. You don't want the indoor plumbing, and you don't want the washing machine and the dryer and all the rest of it. And at heart, this is a way of keeping the developing world from ever developing. Yeah. And you can complain about this to the left, but they would probably tell you that the very concept of a developing world is racist because it assumes they want to develop into something closer to what you white supremacists are like. So if you bring it up with your leftist friends, Amy, be very careful because that's what they will do. But that's exactly it. This is the Prince of Wales. He said that Henry VIII was a great environmentalist because he had a great sense of environmental stewardship. And that's actually how these guys look at it. They want to go back to a time when the princes of the world, whether you're talking about Al Gore or Leonardo DiCaprio, they live very well, and everyone else just lives a simple life that's enough for their needs. But the minute you have everybody is wanting indoor plumbing, everyone wants to get on a plane and go to Florida for a couple of weeks, then there goes the planet. So it's fine for Leo, it's fine for Al Gore, it's fine for the Prince of Wales, but if you, Amy, and these goat herds in Kenya and everyone else wants a piece of the action, then the whole planet is going to die. So it's basic. I think it's basically a kind of a feudal system. And Al Gore and Leo and John Kerry think they're going to be in the roles of the feudal dukes. And you, Amy, will make a great peasant beating your clothes dry with the other women down on the rocks by the river. That's how it's going to be if they get their way.
Yeah, the LA River is lovely this time of year.
Yeah, don't go swimming in it.
I'll try not to.
Thank you for your call, Amy.